Press the goddamn button!
I think this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, but can we be honest and transparent and remove biases and years and generations of hurt? Just to hear what this sister had to say, or is that too much to ask now? Are we just beyond having formal discussions like this? Let's find out. Tatiana Speaks on Instagram had some words. I thought it was interesting. Let's get it.
So I was just on TikTok Live and I got banned for saying this under this, right? The reason why we have so many issues that we have within the Black community when it comes to Black men and Black women is because Black men really be hating their mamas. They hate how they was raised. They literally hate the woman that brought them up based on how she talked, how she walked, how she behaved around him, who she allowed around him, her whole interaction with him. He hates her. He hated the experience of being around her, so now he has that trauma and pain towards other women. So now he's hitting on women. He's disrespecting women. He does not see women as worthy. Salsa Walker said, my mom was a prostitute and she was a stripper, and I sell my peanut whacker to women. You have to buy my peanut to be in my life. Trauma. I don't think a lot of women recognize that at a certain point, your sons stop looking at you as your mom, as their mother, and they look at you as a woman, and they despise y'all. That's the fucking conversation. I said what I said. So
I didn't know it was gonna be one of those. Oh, shiznit. Where do I start? Let me say this right. Trauma definitely plays a huge role in how we interact in today's modern society. Some people recognize the patterns and deal with them appropriately. Others don't realize the long-term effects of what they were brought up on. It bleeds off onto everybody else, and by the time they figure it out, it might be too late. As someone who had a household where the biological parent was in and out, but the grandparents stepped in, that affected me in ways that I didn't even realize it did. But it was the buffer by the grandparents, the uncles, that kept me from completely going off the rail. But I did build a little resentment. But here's the thing, I realized that in this life, it's you against the world. Yeah, that's your relative, that's your cousin, your brother, sister, etc. But every individual choice that you make has absolutely nothing to do with anyone else directly. What you reap and sow is because of how you decide to move forward. I struggled with women. I struggled with being in a general public setting with other people because of how I was like cherry picked with my relationship with my mom. And there's a lot of truth to what she said. This ain't gonna be no easy conversation. I'm gonna tell you, when you grew up around violence, or we grew up around certain things that desensitize you to a reality that you're not accustomed to. That is like a huge component into why a lot of these conversations always end up with black men ain't this and black women ain't this, and why the discord between the two can never really find connectivity. Fortunately, because God has come into my life and I've been surrounded by a support system, I was able to navigate those hardships. Yeah, I still have flaws and I still have things that I need to work on, but I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I became violent, a criminal, and all these other things because of the lifestyle that my mom chose to live. But I also have to acknowledge the fact that because she wasn't in and out, because she was in and out of the house, and her lifestyle suggested that she didn't know what she was doing. She was out here trying to survive and figure it out herself. It kept me from really having that type of animosity towards her because it's like, well, damn, I'm in her shoes now. I see how reality is. I see how life really kicks out. But we can't really be too judgmental. But damn, like what I was looking from you, I'm looking for it from other people. I'm not getting it. It messes up your perception about a lot of stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you just don't know. But I do think a lot of dudes. I don't think men hate women. I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I don't think these men that you describe hate women. I do believe that a large portion of them have issues with the triggers that were built in them due to the characteristics that are being reflected from the same archetype of women that they saw growing up, put it that way. That and you don't get therapy, uh, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't think men hate women. I don't think black men hate their moms either. You would actually have to sit down and have a conversation with the brothers about that type of stuff. I only gave you a little small piece of it. Did I have anger issues against my mom? Yeah. Did I feel some type of way about certain stuff? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I still got to be a productive citizen. I still got to be responsible with my attitude and my anger, where I channel it and how I treat people. Her decisions in life had nothing to do with mine. I'm not going to take my stuff out on you because of this person. Yeah, there are a lot of folks who do it. And if that's what you're speaking about, then we can continue to unpack this. But this is where the accountability piece got to come in. Because if you're suggesting that these men hate their moms and that these women are complaining about the very same men that you're suggesting hate them, then again, the question is, well, how did we get here? I know this is going to be one of those, but y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. I'm really curious to hear how people feel about this one.